A big thing on everybody's mind is the weather as you get out to the golf course. So here joined me alongside is meteorologist Connor Bruce with DTN, an on-site meteorologist for LPGA. Connor, thanks so much for being here.
Yeah, my pleasure. Happy to be out here this week. We have a good week in store. There are some rain chances, but in general, should be a good week of play. We have 4 days of play in which if we do have to suspend, we always have more time to make it up later. So that's really something we're watching. The rain chances, lightning chances, because we can play in rain. That's not a problem. But it's just that lightning, we don't like to have players out there for safety reasons.
Right. And you and I, meteorologists, went
Yep.
to college together,
Exactly.
actually. So tell me about your role within DTN and then how that differs from even being on site with LPGA.
Yeah. So DTN, we have a large weather footprint. So we have part of our team based in Minneapolis, and what they do is remote forecasting. So we have clients around the world where we're constantly looking at their weather. They can call in and ask what's going on. We give them proactive call in to tell them what's going on. But that's a little different than here on the LPGA, where we're actually on site. So we're integrated in with the rules team. We're there to help them make decisions about, if we do need to suspend, do we need to push tee times? Do we need to split tees, goes in groups of threes? That's all their decisions. But we're right there with them to make that call with them. We let them know when the weather's coming in. Is it going to be just rain? Is it going to be wind? Because another thing is, the tee placement and the flags, making a hole easier or harder. That's all on the rules team and the scoring side, but they ask us about the winds. What are the winds going to do the day before and a couple days before to let them know. And then obviously here we're looking at the rain coming in, so they're already looking ahead to that, making decisions, and that's why I'm here to give them guidance and advice on what to do and keep everybody safe.
How do you analyze lightning, the development of thunderstorms as well? Because sometimes, especially like we've seen already this week, the development of just pop-ups out of nowhere.
We have weather models on the computer that we can look at to give us, long-term, and then, hourly guidance of here's when we can expect it to move in. But here on site, we have a device called a CS110, which is an electromagnetic field detector. So it actually measures the charge on the ground. So we can detect that charge, and when we start to get positive or negative charge, which that's what lightning is, it's a connection of cloud to ground or cloud to cloud, positive to negative charges. We actually have a device out here that's measuring that charge, and so we can see if a storm is building to the point where it's starting to produce lightning, and that's where we can give a heads up of, hey, this storm is almost there, hey, this storm is at the point now where it can produce lightning, and we can actually proactively keep the players safe.
Connor, thank you so much for your time.
Hey, my pleasure.
As we get into LPGA season again in Grand Rapids, beautiful weather today, but again, we have some rain on the way, and we'll have that in detail at fox17online.com. For now, at Blythefield Country Club in Plainfield Township, meteorologist Reese Cole, Fox 17 News.